My wife Sarah, her stepfather Bill, mother-in-law Linda, and I made the decision to visit a resort together to get away from our daily problems. We took an overnight train trip. A conversation ensued in the compartment with my in-laws, during which it became clear that they had visited the resort before. It was at this point that Linda began to recount her experience. "Listen, young people," she declared. "That vacation was truly extraordinary for us. Bill and I had our first taste of something unusual. Have you ever heard of partner swapping? It's when married couples exchange partners and give each other gifts. We had friends who had been doing it for a while, and they suggested we give it a try. I have to say, we really enjoyed it. Several other couples joined us, and for almost 2 weeks, we hardly saw each other as the partners were constantly changing. It was exciting, filled with countless new experiences and sensations that remain unforgettable. Wouldn't you, son-in-law, like to try it?" asked Bill with a mischievous grin. "It would make the trip less boring." I didn't know how to respond to such a suggestion. I glanced at Sarah, hoping she would help me navigate this awkward situation. "If you don't mind, I'd like to give it a try," Sarah said, answering my dumb question with surprising ease. "Okay, let's start with water procedures from the pulpit," Bill commanded as if it was the most normal thing in the world. We all headed to the restroom, while Bill and I stayed in the hallway to give the ladies some privacy to get ready. When we finally entered the compartment, Linda and Sarah were already lying under the sheets waiting. Without thinking, I jumped into bed with Linda, ignoring Sarah and Bill. Linda, with her dark hair and tanned skin, had always been attractive, and I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought of her before. The whole situation seemed surreal, but here I was finally living out my fantasy. Linda didn't waste any time. She pulled me to her and kissed me, and soon things escalated. From the sounds we were making, I was sure everyone else on the train could hear us. Soon Bill's voice cut through the noise. "See how great it is," he said. "We're all relaxed, and we'll all sleep better. Besides, we have new stories to tell. Let's get some rest, and then we'll have some more fun in the morning before we arrive." Bill and I climbed into the top bunks, leaving our wives downstairs. Soon we all drifted into slumber. The train was due early, but Bill was alert. "Get up while the bathrooms are free," he said, waking us up. "Wash up and get to work." We all freshened up, and the women were ready. It didn't take long for the morning to start. By the time we arrived at the sea, we were all full of energy. We took a cab from the train station, checked in quickly, and even had time for breakfast. Bill and Linda got their paperwork taken care of as well. After lunch, we relaxed in our rooms for a while and then headed to the beach. We basked in the sun and then moved into the shade. I sat next to Linda, while Sarah and Bill went somewhere else. Linda and I exchanged glances, and without words, we realized that we were attracted to each other again. When Bill returned, I told him that I couldn't hold back any longer. I needed more of what we had started. Bill only smiled and nodded. "Come on," he said. Linda and I went to their room, and what started out as 2 hours of passion turned into something neither of us wanted to end. Throughout our 21-day stay, every day was filled with moments like this one, unforgettable, exhilarating, and utterly liberating. This was my first experience switching partners, and I don't think Sarah and I will stop there.